Have you ever felt like trying to reach your next rank division in a competitive game? It's like slamming your head into a brick wall. Well, allow me to introduce you to my buddy Boss. He has some advice for you if you feel like you're hard stuck in your rank. Now you see, he's not really a type of guy who does formal introductions, so I'm gonna just get you ready to meet him as soon as you wake up.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
Now, if this sounds like you and you want to figure out how to escape your ranked rut, listen carefully to what I say in this video. All these habits I'm about to go over in this video might seem obvious or easy to do, but it turns out most gamers are probably missing one of the things I'm about to go over and end up becoming shackled by a misbelief or a bad habit and never reach the rank that they want to be in. Also, if you're someone who's happy or satisfied with your rank, or you just play a competitive game for fun, then this video might not be for you. I'm making this for the gamers who are motivated to reach their goal rank, and only those who give the most time, commitment, and hard work to these habits will see the most out of them. Some of the practices will take time and patience to see returns in, and most will not show massive improvement overnight. So be prepared to get out of this video however much you're willing to commit to improving your gaming habits. I promise that there is at least one tip in this video that will change your gaming experience for the rest of your life. All these things greatly improve my experience playing competitive games, and I'm excited to give you the chance to passionately love them as much as I do. I got him! Now, with that being said, let's find out why you're stuck in the rank that you're in, and how to break through that hard stuck barrier. Now let's break down the reason why you're stuck in whatever rank you're in. To put it simply, you are not consistently good enough in mental or mechanical skill to be in the rank that you strive to be in. The players that are already in the rank that you want to be in are already consistently good enough in mental and mechanical skill to remain in that rank. So based on this, we can assume that players who perform well in both of these skills see the most victory. A player's KD ratio can give an idea of how consistent a player is throughout each match they play. For example, here's my friend who's in Diamond. He has a positive KD, and his rank shows how he consistently plays well in each match. Before we get into the components of what your KD really means, I'm going to use an analogy to help explain the idea of it. Imagine that in your body right now, you have gamer cells. These cells reflect your brain/body's adaptations that make you a more skillful gamer. On the surface level, someone's KD just shows how good a player is at consistently staying alive while getting kills. But the underlying fact of someone's KD is how consistent they are in mechanical skill, in-game behavior, and mental skill or game sense. If you're stuck in copper to gold, maybe your gamer cells look like this. Or if you're stuck in plat to emerald, maybe they look like this. But you have way less cells here. In order to further improve as gamers, we want to have as many cells in each of these areas as possible. But if you've been unknowingly abusing your gamer immune system with bad habits, then we begin to see a stagnation in your gamer cell development, which is very bad if your goal is to rank up. Instead of increasing our cells to be prepared for more challenging players, often without realizing we are losing/stagnating cells, and therefore losing our ability to game at our best ability. So, in order to become consistently good in any given game of your choice, you need to build strong habits around mechanical skill, mentality. Damn it, not again! I'm fucking done with this game! Wait, I'm in control. And game sense in order to see improvement. Up to this point before this video, you may have been training bad gaming habits without realizing it. Some of those habits may sound like this: looking at your phone too much while you're in a match, giving lazy callouts like he's over there or he's on the second floor, or maybe you've been training your mind to become emotional at bad teammates or losing a match. Now, these are all things that every gamer has done at some point. However, if you want to stand out from the majority of gamers and reach your goal rank, then you have to start training your brain to habitualize good gamer habits in order to habitualize winning. This also implies that we need to eliminate as many habits that cause us to lose, or bad habits, as possible in order to have the most good gamer habit cells. To do this, we first must figure out which cells need to be improved or eliminated by paying attention to decisions that either cause you to get killed or get you kills. and what causes your team to lose or win a round.
Bomb defusing device disabled.
This process requires 2 steps. Step 1 is to pay attention to what causes you to get killed or get kills, and what causes your team to lose or win a round.
Time expires in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to go.
Step 2 is to prepare for your ego. Shit! From personal experience, the ego will try many times to come up with an excuse for why you didn't make a losing mistake. When this happens, you must every time without fail tell yourself the reason was your fault. By doing this, we create an abundance of opportunities to learn from. For example, here's a clip of me getting baited into dying to a nitro cell. In hindsight, I learned that walking up to the wall was not necessary to make the grenade throw. And even if they still threw the nitro at the same spot, I would have avoided most of the damage from it. Basically, if you're not already trying to learn from each time you die, then you are ignoring an opportunity to improve your skill. Vice versa, paying attention to what works is very important too. What strats win rounds, which angles surprise people, which guns get you the most kills, etc. You want to look for the source cause of your good plays to learn which decisions will make you win more in the future.
Down.
The skill of mindfulness trains you to save time in this process by learning to quickly spot good and bad gamer habits. Later on in this vid, I will explain more in depth how to level up your mindfulness skill, and also explain the benefits of mindfulness like flow state access and focus. But before we get into the specifics of each gamer habit, I must leave an important reminder. The process of becoming a consistent high-performing gamer will require a lot of humility to fully recognize your mistakes, along with a lot of responsibility to work to learn from said mistakes. Many gamers don't reach their goal rank purely because they want the rank without putting in the work to become that rank. Mistakes can be painful to accept and understand, but pain will shape your path to greatness, my friend. They say diamonds are made under pressure. The question is, are you ready to be sat on, my friend? If this video reaches 50 likes, I'll shave my head squeaky clean bald and go Mega Mind mode. All the support is greatly appreciated, and this one took a while to edit, so enjoy. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for not having the attention span of a skibbity toddler. Changing a habit comes down to the subtle reminders you give yourself each day. That's why it can be so hard to exceed at implementing good gamer habits, because most of the time, people either give up when they don't see returns soon enough on the habits, or they stop practicing good gamer habits when they don't reach their gamer goal as expected. Once you understand the basics of good and bad gamer habits after I go over them in this series, you will be able to apply my gamer habit logic to your own gameplay and discover your own journey through improving good and fixing bad gamer habits. Also, chances are if you've watched this far into the video, then you might be interested in my coaching services for Rainbow Six Siege. If you're interested, there's a link at the top of the description. There, the link will take you to my Fiverr page where you can sign up for one-on-one calls where I'll help make a plan for you to help you get out of the rank that you may be stuck in. It's only $10 a month, so please go check that out if you're interested. I promise it's way more worth than the R6 shit subscription Ubisoft came out with this season. Now then, let's resume your scheduled gamer knowledge injection. The first aspect of gamer habits we'll take a look at is what I call mental attrition, or the process in which we deplete our brain's mental resilience and capability over the course of the day. More often than not, people usually play the game as a way to unwind from a stressful environment like work or school. But if your goal is to win, this is actually counterproductive and will lead to more loss, stress, and anger rather than the initial intention of reducing those feelings by playing a video game. Typically, most people will hit a low point of their mental and physical energy right after work or school. So in order to feel less shitty, people will seek out activities like gaming to suppress these negative feelings that follow us home. This will cause us to expect an enjoyable outcome like winning, but it'll also cause negative thoughts that are related to stress, anger, and worry whenever we don't reach this expected outcome. All three of these kinds of thoughts are going to end up taking away from our capacity to deal with the stressors of winning a ranked match. It's also important to consider that important things like physical and mental energy, awareness, focus, and mental clarity are all going to be detrimentally affected after work or after school. I'm gonna cook up a diagram real quick to explain this concept more easily. So I used to work at Domino's, and inside every Domino's there's a conveyor belt oven that carries the pizzas through and cooks them so that way they can be boxed and sent out on the other side. Basically, we can imagine our minds like conveyor belts carrying thoughts to us that we then take and do action with. At the start of the day, we begin to slowly get thoughts and ideas related to our tasks for the day. Now, as the day goes on, we eventually reach a point where we are constantly dealing with and managing thoughts with no breaks. And this is the reason why the time of day that you play Rainbow Six Siege is so important. If you pick a time of day to play where your mind looks like this, crowded with things to do and things to worry about, the amount of space you're allowing for your attention to the game is significantly reduced compared to if you picked a time of day where most of the stressors and things you have to do are over with. And you've also given yourself a chance to rest from these things and allow yourself to have full energy and capacity to deal with the stressors related to ranked. Next, I would like to go a bit more in depth on how mood affects your gameplay. Now, if you've ever rage quit a video game before, then you know that emotions can very quickly affect how we play in a certain video game. Now, coming from previously mentioning how things like work and school affect our mood, it's also important to realize that sometimes our mood is not always fully in our control. Most of the time, our mood is affected by certain tasks we do before we play a video game, which then leads to either good or bad repercussions. For example, let's just say it's been a rainy day at work, Jessica hasn't been replying to your messages, and your boss John took a shit on your desk when you got there. And let's also say that your dog died too, so yeah, your day's not going that well. Some days we just can't ignore the bad things that happen to us, and they end up overlapping into other tasks we do to relax or enjoy ourselves. While things that tend to make us aggravated or annoyed tend to follow us throughout the day, there are certain tasks that allow us to kind of reset our emotions and bring our focus back to what we really want to feel. By resetting our emotions, we'll be able to focus on what we really want, which is winning our ranked matches. From personal experience, the activities that help me come back to a neutral, grounded state are things like meditating, going on a walk outside, or just talking to my mom. Now, quite a few people will come with excuses as to why they can't do any of these things, but more often than not, you will always have access to one of these environments. For meditating, all you need is a quiet room. This may come as a shocker, but to take a walk outside, all you have to do is leave your dark, crusty den for once, and then feel the beautiful warmth God created for you waiting outside. And unless you're truly alone, which most people aren't, then just go talk to someone for 15 or 20 minutes. And will allow your mind to center around something that doesn't contain negative energy. Doing any of these activities before you start gaming will allow your brain and mind to ease up, relax, and recharge. That way your brain and mind now has reserves to give it your all to win the ranked match. And if meditating, going outside, or talking to people isn't your thing, then I developed a very simple criteria that allow you to find the best activity for you to recharge before you hop into your ranked. Okay, so the recipe for the perfect brain break activity goes as follows. The activity is low stress on your mind. The main task in doing the activity is very simple. The task takes place in a new and peaceful environment, and you do the activity between 15 and 30 minutes. Basically, any hobby or activity that includes at least 3 or 4 of these things is the perfect chance for your brain to recharge before you go into ranked. Personally, meditating or going on a walk for 20 minutes allows me to get out of any bad mental mindset. Entering a flow state while focusing on my breathing or focusing on my walking brings my brain to a present state, which allows me to get into a state of focus much easier while I'm gaming. A more present mind means you get to leave behind distractions and focus on what we really want, which is winning the game. You can easily train a present and focused mind by doing any of these activities. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how focus will benefit your gameplay with techniques like flow state and techniques that can sharpen your focus. And that's all I got for the first episode, Picklers. I hope one of the things I talked about is something you found useful. That way you can start having more fun and improvement inside Rainbow Six Siege. I've dedicated most of my free time in the last few months editing this video and planning out the videos for the rest of the series, so I really do hope that something in this video or something in the videos to come will be helpful to you guys. And if you guys have any feedback, please feel free to share whatever you have to say. Negative or positive, I appreciate all feedback as I want to create the best experience for you guys while you're watching my video and what you take away from it. And if you feel so inclined, I would really appreciate if you left a like on this video. Leaving a like will help spread my content on the algorithm, and if we hit 50 likes on this video, you'll see my Megadome waxed and shined at the start of the next episode. Anyways, thanks for watching this whole video. If you made it this far, I can assure you that you'll be in champ in no time. Just keep at it, bud, and don't get discouraged. Alrighty, peace, Picklers. It's been a ride making this series, and I'll see the Pickle Army in the next video. Take care, Gare.